So let us all invite Swati Devi to deliver the educational speech. Thank you.
Timer 1 second. Who will be the timer? Francis? Yeah. Time is, Francis, the time is 20 minutes. 15 minutes green, 18 minutes yellow, 20 minutes red. Yes, what? All yours.
Before I start, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks for the confirmation. For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to consume your time. And after the 20 minutes of my educational session, believe me, whenever the VP Education calls you to be a prepared speaker, you will never be reluctant to grab the opportunity. Because I'm going to share you few techniques which will make and help you to write your own speech. So before I start, I have 3 rules for you. The first one is I want everyone to switch on your video, please. Thank you so much, and I want the video to be switched on at least to the 20 minutes of educational session until I complete. And the second rule is during my educational session, if you have any doubts, questions, you can interrupt me at any time you want. I don't want you to wait with your questions in your head while listening to my educational session. So please feel free to interrupt me if you have any questions in between. The third rule is I will be asking some questions in between to make the session more interesting. So please do interact with me. If your background noise is pretty good, you can be unmuted all the time. If not, you can mute the video call and just listen to my speech. Or else you can type your messages. I will be checking the chat as well. So please feel free to ask questions and interact with me whenever possible. Thank you so much. Let's go into the session. Before I start to explain you how to write your speech script, I want to know if you're a person who find it very difficult to find the story to write, please raise your hand. If you're that person who finds difficult, what will I write? Just raise your hand. Okay, good. I see a few hands rising up. I'm the same person like you before. I know this technique. Let me tell you a few techniques which will help you to find the story. If you're a person who does not know what to write, then you have to search very hard. And how you will search for the story is, I have 2 techniques for that. The first technique is your life phase. You can collect your speech from your life phase. You have to search very hard and you have to search it from your life phase. Say for example, life has many phases. Your school, your college, your office, your retirement, it could be anything. For example, if you take just your office, it has a lot of stories included. The first day you went to office or the first day of your interview, how you got selected, what was the moment when you got your offer letter, and lot more. You can also talk about your promotions, how happy you were when you got your promotion, and how happy you were when you got IC after 2 years. You can talk a lot about it. Do you have any ideas on what else can be spoken from your office life? Anyone can.
நம்ம எல்லா கிளப்லயுமே எல்லா ட்ரஸ்ட்டுமே சொல்லுவாங்க செய்வாங்க irrespective of their ability or talent anything. அங்க வந்து அது கிடையவே கிடையாது. ஓகேவா? அங்க வந்து எக்ஸ்காம் ரோல யாருமே பண்றது கிடையாது. இவங்க 2 பேரும் மட்டும்தான் அவங்க வேலையை பண்றாங்க. லக்கிலி அந்த பொண்ணு நான் வந்த நேரத்துல within her abilities.
Swati, you are on mute. We can't hear you.
Okay, someone have
Sorry,
muted.
Swati.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Prasanna. I was telling that Nagaraj saying a live example on what kind of conversation incidents will happen in office. Yeah, gossip also is one thing, right? Which will happen in. Do you have any other things which can happen in office which you can convert into a story? Any other ideas?
Yeah, customer experiences.
Yes. Customer experience, your client calls, escalation calls, right?
Yeah.
If you think of a lot of scenarios will come in. For example, not just happy moments in office, you can also think of sad moments like your promotion was delayed, you didn't get your hike for 5 long years, and your juniors are getting promoted, whereas you are not getting any kind of promotion, any improvement on it. Or you were trying job outside, but you are not getting, you're getting selected but not getting offer letter. Such things. If you just take your office life, you get so much of stories. And just think of your life phase: school, college, office, your retirement life, being a father. Take any life scenario and then try to convert it into a story. The second trick is your life incident. First is life phase, second is life incident. The first picture here says about traveling. So, traveling experience. From the traveling experience itself, you can talk a lot. The moment you went on the road and you fall down initially before learning driving, or you went on the road without taking license and caught by the police, or you were going on a rash ride with your friend which you loved it, or your friend is driving very rash which you don't like it. So you can convert a lot of stories from a particular incident itself. And the second picture says when you are teaching or doing a presentation. If you are doing a presentation, few people will listen to you, few people won't listen to you. You can share that experience as well. There will be few people, when they enter the room itself, they will look for the chair which is at the corner of the room. People will go and sit there, people will sleep, people will always ask you questions to put down. You can think of so much of scenarios only from a particular incident itself. So these are the two things. One is from your life phase, second is from your life incident. If you search based on these two techniques, you will be surprised with the result, because you will get a lot of stories to write from it. And the next one is, once you have got what is the story you're going to say, the next thing is read the Toastmaster manual. Because the session which I am going to today explains you in general how to write your speech script, but to make it related to that objective of your speech, it's going to be the Toastmaster manual which is going to help you. So always read the manual. Theory first, then practical next. So read the manual before you write your script. Don't write the script and try to match it to the objective. So this is my second tip. And then the third one, why you should give the speech. You should give the speech to express yourself. So you have taken your speech, example, your office scenario, you have to express it how you felt it, rather than trying to impress the audience. Never have the audience in mind when you are writing your speech, because only if you express yourself, you will be getting connected to your content. And only if you get connected to your content, you can make the audience get connected to your content. So this is very important. Never have audience in your mind while writing the script. So far, we have learned 3 things. What you have to write, and then how to write. You will read it from the manual. And then third one, why to write. You have to express your story, express your thought. This is the thing. And next thing, after you have decided what you're going to write, then the next step is you have to be incredible. Now, what do you think incredible means? Anyone can answer? What do you think
most important thing in our life.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Be incredible relating to the speech writing is this. Be incredible. Just like this incredible girl, try to expand your ideas, expand your story. So when you be incredible, you will never struggle to write your story. If you have an idea, try to expand it. And any Toastmaster speech will have 3 sessions, right? Opening, body, and then closure. And today I'm going to tell you how you can expand your opening, expand your body, and expand your conclusion with that one story you have already fixed in your mind. So let's first see opening. How you are going to open your speech. I have 3 tips for this, 3 techniques. So for all these opening, body, and conclusion, I will tell you 3 techniques. So let's start with the opening. The first technique to open your speech is this. When it happened. During the year 1994, July 28, exactly at 4 p.m., I was born. This is one example of when it happened. You should not, it's not really required that you have to tell so much of detail explaining when it happened. You can just say, during my birthday, yesterday, today afternoon, or 5 years ago. Anything of this sort comes under when it happened. So you can open your speech telling the audience when it exactly happened. The second technique is what happened. During your birthday, what happened? You went for a party, you cut the cake. When you was born, your mother felt happy about it. So what happened on that day? You can explain that. And third one is how you felt. Were you happy, sad, or insulted? You can say something like this. I was so tired on that day. I will tell you an example of an opening which will include all these 3. When I was 3 years old, I went with my mother and father in a car. The car suddenly met with an accident. My legs were bleeding with blood and I felt very painful. So this was one opening where it includes when it happened, 3 years, when I was 3 years old. What happened? Accident. And how I felt is, I felt very painful. So you can include some examples like, yesterday I proposed it to my crush, but she rejected us. I felt very insulted. This could be one more opening for you. So these 3 are the techniques which we have learned in how to open your speech. So next we can go to the body of your speech. How to expand your body. I'm going to say 3 techniques how to expand your body. The first one is environment. Where it happened, describe the environment around you. For example, if you are driving along with your friend, rather than saying the road was dark, you can explain it even more. The single details will tell a lot more information and make the audience feel as if they were going in that dark road. For example, for this picture, you can say something like, it was so dark. Me and my friend were traveling in the car. I could barely see something in the road only because of the street light, and I could see a van coming far away towards us, and I could see a small cat crossing the road. This will very well explain the environment to the audience. So this not just inform them that it was dark, it will make them feel how dark it is. So this is one way to expand your body. The second way is explain them the climate of that situation. Was it so hot? Was it so cold? Was it freezing cold? Was it breezy? You can explain the climate of it. And then the third one, people around you. Now, this is the key thing when it comes to body. When you say about people, you can say something like, me and my friend went to purchase a dress for my marriage to T Nagar, and there was so much of crowd over there. I could barely breathe for myself. And you can even describe more about the crowd, what the crowd was doing. The crowd were dancing together and they were talking, and the car and the bus were crashed and they were fighting with each other. Describe more about the crowd, the people around you. And the people, for example, if you have went to an hotel to have biryani during your birthday party, you can say, rather than saying I went with my friends to my birthday party, you can describe about the characteristics of the friends. So describe more about the people, more give character to the people. And character to the people can be of how they look, what is their character, whether they are bad, good, or how they look, the look of them, short, tall. So describe more of the people. The characterization is the key when it comes to expanding your body. So far we have seen in body how to describe your environment, describe the climate, and describe the people. The people is very important when it comes to your expansion of your body. Next is the closing. Closing of your script, speech script. You can close your speech by saying how you felt. For example, if my speech is about do not waste your friend, where I have went to the hotel to have biryani, where I wasted some biryani, and my friend told me don't waste biryani, and at the end of the dinner I felt very guilt for wasting food for these many years. Something like that, what you have felt. At the end you can say something like this and close your speech. And the second technique to close your speech is how you changed. If your story is about how coward you were in your school and how you become brave, you can tell how you changed and you end your story. For example, I see someone bullying my sister for a long time, but after so and so incident, I became brave and I supported her. So such kind of ending will make really a very big impact. So first is how you felt, second is how you changed. The third one is, this is the most used technique, I will say, call for action. What you want the audience to do. You can tell what you have done in your life and you can ask the audience to do the same. So this is how you can end your speech, and this is the most used technique on how to end your speech, call for action. So far we have seen 3 techniques in how to open your speech, how to expand your opening, body, and conclusion. But I have a bonus tip for you other than this. But before going to the bonus tips, if you have any question, you can ask me now. The forum is open for questions. Do you have any questions with the so far session happened? Do you have any questions on how to write your speech?
Swati, this is, so when we flip from opening to body, body to conclusion, it always exposes the artificiality, the seamless transfer of opening to body, then body to conclusion. How do we trim that into a easily flowable speech?
Okay. So if you have for example, food story I have told, don't waste your food. Rather than saying, so from this story what I understand is, rather than using such technique, that will be very evident that you are going to the conclusion. Rather than saying that, adding the transition lines in your script, you can just say, when my friend told something like that, I felt very bad about it. So a smooth transition would have been much better. People always write the opening, body, and conclusion and try to add a transition line in between that. That is what it makes evident that you are transferring from one session to another session. Rather than doing so, write the script as a whole. So avoid using that statements which will help you to transfer from one session to another session. Is that answered your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you have any other question before we move to the bonus tips? Okay, I think there is no question. Let me move to the bonus tip. So, I have shared a few techniques on how to write or expand your speeches. The other technique which you can take is from the resources already available. For example, you can say some quotes. It's not necessarily you have to start your speech with quote. You can also use quotes in between your speech or somewhere in the body as well, if that is supporting to your overall content of the speech. And the second one is anecdotes. Use short stories. For example, if your story is about I like to invest more on my education than on my marriage, you can say something like that. A story like this saying once a man went to the honeybee and asked, don't you feel angry about this because you produce the honeys and people just come and steal it from you? Are you not getting angry? And that's the time when honeybee said that they can only steal the honey from me and not the technique of creating the honeybee. So this quote, this anecdote you can use as an example when you want to invest on yourself rather than getting prepared or investing on marriages. So try to get some short stories, anecdotes which would support your overall speech. And the third one is reports. For example, if your speech is about coronavirus, take the reports available in the resource and use this as a supporting material. For the story of what I said, don't waste the food, you can show and report saying so and so kg of food is wasted in each marriages, each year, in all the countries. You can show the report, the statistics, the data, use pie charts or any other charts to describe them, how effective it is in a whole scale. So for such things, the reports will be useful. So having said this, all these three bonus should not be your story. This should only be used to support your story. Don't take everything from the online, because people are interested to hear more from your own personal stories. Personal stories sell the best. Because even if you have taken from the rarest of the book which is available in the library, someone would have already read it. So people are more interested in your own personal story. So come up with a personal story that will make an impact on the audience. Having said this, so now you have completed writing your script. After writing your script, what you have to make sure is this. So you have fixed what you are going to write and you have finished writing. After writing your script, read through it. Read each and every line. Was the opening, body and conclusion is equal? Equal in the sense, it should tell the same idea. It should tell the same story. Don't have too many ideas in one story. People are not so brilliant to take many suggestions in one particular speech. If you want to tell more suggestion to the audience, give different stories, different speeches. In one story, just have only one idea, and after you written the script, make sure that opening, body, conclusion is supporting that idea. So once this is done, the next thing you have to keep in mind is I square, E square, which is nothing but I square means information, interesting, E is for engage and entertain. So once you have written the script, go through it, check if it's falling in any one of this category. It's not really important that your information speech should not have any entertainment, but make sure that the speech is conveying only one thing. It should be of only one thing. Your humorous story does not really avoid using any moral at the end, but it should be in the entertainment way. So have that particular theme for your story. So once you have written your script, you will check whether opening, body, conclusion is matching that story and it is of same theme. Once this is done, you will be giving your speeches, right? So you have prepared your speech, you have corrected your mistakes, and then you have given the speech. You will expect the speech to be like this, a very successful one. But this is not possible in all cases. Your speech might go this way. Even you may not be satisfied with what speech you have given, but don't worry about it. Everyone have faced it. Even the public speaker who have given 1,000 plus speeches have faced it. Sometimes you will not be satisfied with the speech you have given, but that happens to everybody. What you have to do is try continuing to give speeches. If you look at this image, only one green arrow have hit it properly and other red arrows are flowing somewhere. To hit the green arrow, you should be brave enough and you should be ready to throw lot of red arrows in your life. Only then you will reach that green arrow one day. Don't be afraid to make mistakes on the stage, because mistakes are the proof that you are trying something. Make yourself feel that you're trying something rather than feeling that you are reluctant to do something. This is much better, right? So try giving lot more speeches, even though you didn't like this performance of your last speech. So try giving speeches. And the timing, I see many people feel that writing speeches is waste of time. I'm spending a lot of time. I can spend this time in a lot of other things which will make it very productive in my office. Let me tell you one thing. From the first speech, if you take out of 100 percentage of your time, if your speech writing is taking 40 percentage of your time, let it take, because that is not going to be the same for a long time. If you practice writing more speeches, then when you come to the fourth speech, the time is going to reduce. And then over a period of time, when you go and deliver your 15th speech, the percentage is just going to be 5 or 7 percentage from the overall time. So initially, even though if it is consuming a lot of time, keep giving speeches, because only if you become experienced, it will be becoming easy for you. For example, I followed the traditional legacy way rather than using the pathway, so I joined way before that. When I was writing my CC1 script, I took it almost a week to write my CC1 script. But after 2 years, when I was writing my icebreaker in pathways, I just took 4 hours to write it. So over a period of time, it will change. So just continue giving speeches. And the final thing I want to say is, good speeches are not written, they are rewritten. So once you have written your speech, it's your speech, right? It will look good for you only. But don't stop there. Try to improvise on that. Have a speech prepared, keep it aside, talk with your friends, and while talking with your friend or traveling somewhere, watching a movie, after you have written the script, you will get some ideas relating to that script. Go back, open that script, add that points over there. So if you rewrite the script, you will see a lot of improvements happening in this script. You will really feel it. So try it this way. Write your script, keep it aside, do your normal work, go back to your script and see if you can change it, if you can improvise it. So please do this. This is one example of mine. This is how I wrote my ISC speech for last year and in the 2 months before. If you see the first version of my document, it started from January, and the last version, the 8th version, is written in February. It took almost 1 month. So this speech is old enough for me to not to forget. So if you return your speech again and again, it will not only improvise, it will make you register in your read-only memory and not random access memory, so that you won't forget it. So this way you will remember your speech, and if you remember your speech, you will connect to it. Say you have written your speech for 1 month, right? You will obviously get connected to it. And if you are connected to your speech, you can easily make the audience to connect to your speech. This way it's very easy for you, and you will never forget the speech, even after 2 years. The last thing I want to say, fear of the stage fear or the fear of people judging you. How do you think you can get rid of it? Could anyone answer me? How to get rid of the stage fear? How to get rid of? Sometimes people think, right, what they will think about my speech if I don't deliver it properly. How how to get rid of this fear? Do anyone have any idea?
Assume that
Do it
audience.
quite often.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, increase the stage time. If we do it quite often, then probably it will reduce.
Okay. You, Nagaraj sir, what idea you have?
Assume that audience is totally innocent. They know nothing. They are just watching, just looking at you with surprise. If you assume that, you will not have that fear.
Okay. Do anyone have any other suggestions?
Can you report no one in front of you? So you are alone inside your room and you can speak your own.
Oh,
Exactly. I too was thinking the same thing. So we haven't delivered a good one. So this is a fear of deliveries and consequences after the speech.
okay. So are these practically possible? Be honest and say. Can you believe that no one is sitting in front of you? You are giving the speech for them, and obviously if you see 1,000 people in front of you, that you cannot erase it from your mind, right? That nobody is in front of you. And if you think, and you can't think that people are innocent, then you imagine your CEO is sitting in front of you and you have to give a presentation. No, boss, you cannot think that your CEO is innocent. Right? It's not practically always possible. And even though if you increase your stage timing, you will face the fear, you will add the fear within yourself. Let me tell you this. The fear is like coronavirus. You cannot destroy it, boss. You cannot destroy it. You have to learn to coexist with your fear. It does not matter. Take your fear to the stage. Just learn the technique on how to hide your fear. On how to hide your fear is, that was my all educational session for past 20 minutes is about. If your preparation is good, you can very well hide your fear, but you cannot destroy your fear. Preparation is like wearing the mask. Preparation is like washing your hands. You can prevent your fear, but you cannot destroy the fear. It will be there. It's okay to take the fear to the stage. With this, I'm ending my session. What I have shared today is very generic on how to start your speech. There are a lot more to improvise on your speech. I'm happy to help you more on this. If you have any other doubt, suggestion, if you want any help to improvise your speech, please do contact me.